This edition of the Mike Wagner Show is brought to you by Picture This Photo Books, where remembering is the key ingredient. How beautiful your mother looked at her wedding, and even more so at yours. And who doesn't miss Grandma's meatballs? The holidays are coming. What better time to give a gift of remembrance that makes you laugh and cry all at the same time? Whatever gift of Grandma's recipes, or just because, those smiles and tears will melt your heart. Call Karen Shaw at 646-798-0809 or visit picturethisphotobooks.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show and get 10% off your first order. Picture This Photo Books, bringing your memories back to life. They're whimsical, casual, or formal, and always uniquely you.
The Mike Wagner Show is powered by Sonic Web Studios. If you're looking to start or upgrade your online presence, visit www.sonicwebstudios.com for all of your online needs. Call 1-800-303-3960 or visit us online at www.sonicwebstudios.com to get started today. Mention the Mike Wagner Show and get 20% off your project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level.
Hey everybody, it's Mike from the Mike Wagner Show. It's time to give a shout out to our official sponsor of the Mike Wagner Show, international award-winning author Mian Mosen Zia. If you love fast-paced mysteries, then you'll love Missing by Mian Mosen Zia. Available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing is fast-paced and intriguing with an unforgettable twist. It takes place in 4 countries with 2 strangers and 1 target where truth is an illusion and those you love will be the first to go missing. It's available in paperback and ebook on Amazon. Missing by Mian Mosen Zia has garnered great reviews and is even loved by Hollywood celebrities including Joanna Cassidy, Forbes Riley, and many others. So grab your copy today. Order Missing by Mian Mosen Zia, now available at Amazon.
It's now time for the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartradio, YouTube, iTunes, Anchor FM, Radio Public, and themikewagnershow.com. Mike brings you great guests and interesting people from all across the globe. So sit back, relax, and enjoy another great episode of the Mike Wagner Show.
Hey everybody, it's Mike from the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Looking at a professional website without breaking your budget? Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs at below the competition rate. Call today, 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960, or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show, get 20% off your first project. Sonic Web Studios, take your image to the next level. Also, time to give official shout out to our official sponsor of the Mike Wagner Show, international warring author Mian Mosen Zia. If you love fast-paced mysteries, you'll love Missing by Mian Mosen Zia, available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing is fast-paced and intriguing with an unforgettable twist. Takes place in 4 countries, 2 strangers, 1 target, where truth is an illusion and those you love be the first to go missing. It's available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing by Mian Mosen Zia has garnered great reviews and even loved and enjoyed by Hollywood celebrities, including Joanna Cassidy, Forbes Riley, and many others. So grab your copy today for Girls Missing by Mian Mosen Zia, available on Amazon. Also, the Mike Wagner Show is brought to you by Picture This Photo Books, where memory is a key ingredient. How beautiful your mother looked at a wedding, and even more so at yours. And who doesn't miss Grandma's meatballs, huh? Well, the holidays are coming. And what better time to give a gift of remembrance that makes you laugh and cry all at the same time? Whatever gift of Grandma's recipes or just because, those smiles and tears, yeah, those will melt your heart. Call Karen Shaw, Picture This Photo Books, at 646-798-0809. That's 646-798-0809. Or visit picturethisphotobooks.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show, get 10% off your first order. Picture This Photo Books, bringing your memories back to life. The whimsical, casual, or formal, and always uniquely you. Also, check out the Mike Wagner Show on over 30 podcast platforms. Take the Mike Wagner Show with you on any mobile device. Subscribe to the Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter today at the Mike Wagner Show, and check out the great merchandise at themikewagnershow.com. T-shirts, pop sockets, throw pillows, hoodies, tote bags, and more. Also on Amazon.com at the Mike Wagner Show podcast. Make sure you order today for your loved ones, and for more great gift ideas, at the Amazon.com/Mian Mosen Zia store. Check out Missing, Ones, Wrinkles, and other great books by Mian Mosen Zia, along with his cool merchandise. Check it out and make sure you order today at Amazon.com/Mian Mosen Zia. And don't forget to support us on Anchor FM as well as PayPal at paypal.me/Mike Wagner voiceover. Also support us on the MikeWagnerShow.com. Make sure you give generously today. He's back by popular demand, and talking on the other side of the pond. It's always great talking to this gentleman here who's, been with the Impersonators, the Hubcaps, and Carmen Gray, and many more. And we talked about a lot about his background and how he got started. So if you want to get all the information, you can go to the MikeWagnerShow.com and check out, Tomtikka and an update. And speaking of updates, he's got a brand new release, which is coming out in September. And of course, he's putting on a happy face right now. Live, ladies and gentlemen, from the Plus Studios, somewhere in beautiful downtown Finland. And we just got word he celebrated 20 years in music. Congratulations and a big welcome back, Tomtikka. Tommy, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thanks for joining us. And congratulations on 20 years.
Hey, thanks, man. I can't believe it's been that long. It doesn't feel like it. But then when I started taking a look at all of my releases a couple of weeks ago, I realized that it actually has, time flies when you're having fun. And starting from Carmen Gray and then, moving on to the Impersonators, and then now doing the Tomtikka and the Missing Hubcaps project, and then having written quite a few songs for quite a few artists over the years. It's been quite a trip.
And who knew you've been doing this for 20 years, ever since your dad says, hey, he's a musician, and your brothers are doctors, lawyers, and in Indian chiefs and whatever else, that's what they say. And I guess you're becoming more of an Indian chief when it comes to music, trailblazing all the way through, very popular in Finland. Of course, you had Rodeo Cloud9, which is still one of my favorites. And I think I must have just worn out that MP3 like crazy. I'm going to have to order it again. That's what Winston Churchill said. But right now, you would just decide to put on a happy face. And tell us about your newest release.
Well, yeah, it's it'll come out in a couple of weeks. We've got the second single, Doormat, coming out next week. And then the album's going to come out on September the 17th. It's an album that kind of just happened. I started sending some new tracks to my label head, Michael Stover. And just, to see if he liked any of the new stuff I was doing. And he did. And then he said that, I've got these ideas for the songs, production ideas. And then we started sort of reworking some of that stuff. And he became the executive producer on that project.
Oh, wow.
And it became kind of wild. We kept adding stuff, and it became more adventurous. And as a result, I'm very proud of the album. It's probably my best work. Although, in terms of where it's going to sit, when you consider the history of rock and roll, I have no idea. but
what
probably,
do you think the Fab Four for, according to your body? If you think the Fab Four this whole thing, they always put on a happy face, no matter what.
Right, but it, so it's kind of, I'm very proud of it. And Michael was the one who said that, what's the theme for the album, and then the lyrics weren't quite written yet, so. I started reworking the lyrics, and as I had a dream where I met my late father, and that sort of, and at the same time when this happened, I was watching the show on Netflix on psychic mediums, and so it kind of, maybe that was, the dream was fueled by that, but the dream was really weird. I woke up in the dead of night, went to get some, it felt like I was actually awake, went to get a glass of water from the kitchen, and my dad, who's been dead a couple of years, sat on the couch and sort of just signaled me to come over. And I sat down and we had a chat, and then at the end of that chat we hugged, and he was smoking cigarettes. He was a chain smoker, and so we hated his cigarettes, right? We didn't want them around. And so that was always like, that's what we thought about when I was a kid. But lo and behold, he was smoking a cigarette once again, and just as he would be. And then when we hugged, his cigarette touched my neck.
Oh.
And he was very apologetic in the dream. And I'm like, it doesn't matter. I got to spend a little bit, extra time or time with you, and that's all that matters. That, and we sort of hugged. He gave me a kiss on the forehead like he used to do when I was a kid. And then when I woke up in the morning, I went to the bathroom. I had a sort of a red spot on my neck that looked exactly like a cigarette burn. burn, which was the
Ooh.
weirdest thing. In reality, of course, what's probably happened is that I've had the dream, and I've, because they say that what all your movements and whatever you sort of pinch yourself or whatever, when you're dreaming, it guides your dream, and then it goes that way around. But it's sort of, you can't explain it, and it was really visible, and it was sore, and it was just as if a cigarette had burnt my skin.
Oh my God.
And I said to Michael, is that, what, I just had this weirdest experience that's probably fueled by this documentary series that I'm watching. And he said that, wow, that's really weird, man. And I said, I know it's weird. And so I started reworking the songs, sequencing them in a way that it's sort of, the whole album's about a life led. And it became a bit dark because I had songs like Bullet in the Head, which begins the album. So starts off with the suicide of the protagonist and ends with Garden of Judas, and so it's really, the album is about those few final seconds that, according to people who've had close to death experiences, where your whole life flashes before you. And so the songs are stories from that protagonist, the person's life who's dying. And it's a bit morbid, but when you put it like that, but obviously it's also celebrating somebody's life.
Wow.
At the same time.
That is amazing. And you talk about how you pinch yourself like you're in a dream. Knowing I got some marks on me every time I wake up before I go to work. It's like, come on, pinch yourself. It's over. It's just a dream. I think that explains why I get pinch here, pinch there, pinch here, pinch. It's like, I'm glad you explained it. Thank you so much. But then I wake up, it's like, you sometimes feel like I'm submerged. It's like, did I fall in the pool? It's like, oh my gosh, that's just really introspective, I'll tell you. So, you know what? Let's go ahead and play the title track from Tommitikka, This Is My Happy Face, right here on the Mike Wagner Show.
This is my happy face. This is my happy face. And I don't need no one to tell me that it's not. Greek tragedies are lost, not one. Say who burned his son. Whatever happened to the mortal clan and the rank of an average lad? Women want to season Superman. This is my happy face. This is my happy face. And I don't need no one to tell me that it's not. A happy face is all the rage, and everybody's gotta have one. A happy face will halve your age, and people like what's sexy and fun. Lord, forgive me if I am wrong. This is my happy face. This is
Great song title track. This is My Happy Face from Tomtikka and the Mike Wagner Show. And, let's move on to your next one, Doormat. But first, let's tell everybody you listen to the Mike Wagner Show at the MikeWagnerShow.com, powered by SonicWeb Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Looking at a professional website without breaking your budget, Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs that blow the competition away. Call today, 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show, get 20% off your first project. Sonic Web Studios, take your image to the next level. Also, time to give official shout out to our official sponsor of the Mike Wagner Show, international warring author Mia Molson-Zia. If you love fast-paced mysteries, you'll love Missing by Mia Molson-Zia, available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing is fast-paced and intriguing with an unforgettable twist. Takes place in 4 countries, 2 strangers, 1 target, where truth is an illusion and those who love be the first to go missing. It's available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing by Mia Molson-Zia has garnered great reviews and even loved and endorsed by Hollywood celebrities, including Joanna Cassidy, Boris Riley, and many others. So grab your copy today for Goes Missing by Mia Molson-Zia, available on Amazon. Also, the Mike Wagner Show is brought to you by Picture This Photo Books. Remembering is the key ingredient. How beautiful your mother looked at a wedding, and even more so yours. Who doesn't miss grandma's meatballs, huh? Well, the holidays are coming. What better time to give a gift of remembrance that makes you laugh and cry all at the same time? What if a gift for grandma's recipes or just because? Those smiles and tears, those just melt your heart. Call Karen Shaw, Picture This Photo Books at 646-798-0809 or visit picturethisphotoBooks.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show, get 10% off your first order. Picture This Photo Books, bring your memories back to life. The whimsical, casual, or formal, and always uniquely you. Also, check out the Mike Wagner Show on over 30 podcast platforms. Take the Mike Wagner Show with you on any mobile device. And don't forget to subscribe to the Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter today at the Mike Wagner Show. Check out the great merchandise at the MikeWagnerShow.com. Also on the Mike Wagner Show podcast on Amazon. Also, check out great books by Mia Molson-Zia on Amazon.com/Mia Molson-Zia, along with some cool merchandise. And don't forget to support the Mike Wagner Show on Anchor FM, PayPal, and the MikeWagnerShow.com. Make sure you donate generously today. We're here with Tommitikka, singer-songwriter from Finland, here on the Mike Wagner Show with his brand new album. This is My Happy Face, and certainly putting on a happy face today and talking about the title track. And you also have a new, another release that's on the album called Doormat. And tell us more about that.
Yeah, whereas This Is My Happy Face, basically the song it was about the fact that we're forced to be happy, social media and everything. People just post happy posts, right?
Oh, yeah. I
just
cat posts and couples posts and everything. I know what you mean.
Yeah. And so Doormat basically then is perhaps one of the more aggressive, darker tunes on the album. It's weird how rock and roll's changed, and I'm a great fan of the blues legend Robert Johnson, and Doormat has a lot of that old timey blues quality to it. If you listen to some of the old blues lyrics, they're aggressive. They can be violent and mean. It certainly, even in the 60s, you've got the Beatles, Run for Your Life. Or a Lennon lyric, and You Can't Do That, which is basically, saying that, I'll, flirt with other guys, I'll beat you up. Which it's kind of weird, because that's the Beatles. This is 1965. No, I don't think anybody really reacted to it like that at the time. But that's really what it was about. That's what Lennon was doing. But then something happened in terms of that kind of that lyric writing kind of disappeared. It went out when the original blues or original rock and roll went out, and then evolved into something else. And then nowadays, of course, what we have is just silly, happy, meaningless lyrics. The old demon isn't brought out anymore in terms of Robert Johnson and his legend. And so I thought I'll write a song like Doormat, which is about a woman that just sort of you're bound to hate. And that really is what Doormat is about. It's about this guy saying that, look, I can see for miles. I know what you do when I'm not around. And, I'm going to leave you flat, make you my doormat.
No, I get it.
Sort of the song is saying that, look, I hate you and I hope you die. And what more is there to say? And and it's presenting the woman with the that there's a demon, in her. I've got the priest in it, and all the old timey blues references. And so I'd never written a song like that, and decided that it's high time. I'd be listening to Muddy Water, Robert Johnson, a lot of the early blues, and then obviously the Beatles, mid 60s, and the Stones. And I thought, I just never written a song like this, and I'm just going to go ahead and do it. And that's how Doormat was born.
Mm-hmm. And when you mentioned about I can see for miles what the guy was thinking, I was thinking more of the Who. I can see for miles and miles. I thought of that too, and another reference.
Yeah, and that's part of it. That's the theme in it, that I might not be around, but might not see what you're doing, or you might think I don't see what you're doing, but I know exactly what you're doing, and I'm going to make you suffer. I think that nowadays, with all the this is my happy face people, we're all supposed to be so darn grown up about everything. It's people talk about the fact that jealousy is a sickness. No, it isn't. It's just a basic human emotion, and so I think the modern day is kind of weird. Whenever you hate someone, somebody tells you that there's something wrong with you. Hatred is another human emotion. I think that we're sort of living in this sort of denial, all of us, a bit, or we're forced to live in denial. Everything has to be politically correct. In terms of music, if you open the radio, turn on the radio, it's kind of family entertainment, isn't it? It's sort of
Yeah, the same theme, same this, same that, auto tune, same beat, and whatever else.
Let's be happy. I know how it is. Look at my body, dance with me.
Yeah, look at the body. That's the thing. Forget the lyrics. Look at the body. You can thank TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, and all that. So it's like you think Facebook makes you put on a happy face. I mean, look at all the pictures on the Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and let's see, BitChute, or whatever else. So it's just like in any platform out there, you're forced to put on a happy face. I mean, it's out there. It's like you never put on sad faces. You put on sad face. It's like they'll think something's wrong. Go see a doctor. Call the suicide number or whatever it is. Right. It's like as soon as you see a sad face, they splatter that 1-800 call suicide or call 911 or anything like that. I mean, you're right. It's getting out of control. You're right.
Right, and Mike, don't you think that when you get to our age, you're kind of tired of being happy all the time? Not that there's anything wrong with happiness, because obviously being happy is great, but everybody's got these moments where they're not happy, and the whole purpose of Doormat is to sort of validate those negative feelings as well. That we go through these days and these moments where we hate someone, and that's fine. It's just life.
Right. And of course, the thing I can't stand is that, like, say, if you disagree on who you like as a football team or a hockey team or, whoever's president or an opinion of something, like they think you disagree on one thing, you think the friendship is over. You're supposed to build on these differences. And I was on an interview with a guy that promoted sharing common ground. It's almost like what happened to sharing common ground. What's your favorite color? Where are you born? Where are you from? Where you live? What do you do? Or even like, say, what's your favorite drink? What do you like in your coffee? What do you like on your pizza? Or what's your favorite pet? Whatever happened to the basics? It's like, coming together. It's like, hey, you like dogs? Hey, I like dogs. You like cats? I like cats. So it's like, what happened to building on the very basics, like you did back in grade school? It's like, hey, my favorite color is blue. Mine too, and all that. It's like, what happened to going back to the basics?
Well, the basics are boring to modern people, I guess. I think there's a whole generation of folks who've used to posting on Instagram and get sort of instant gratification. People like your picture and stuff. Everything has to happen right away, and that's kind of weird, because in terms of music, you've just kind of already talked about the fact that I've been in music for 20 years, and so it's fair to say that I was always in this for the long haul, but nowadays, a star is born in 5 minutes, and then next day they're nothing, and it's just I think that it's sad because I think music in that sense has become a bit like McDonald's. It's like Big Mac after Big Mac, they're consumed, and then you don't think about there's a new Big Mac.
Or getting a Happy Meal, go to Burger King,
right, there you go.
Whatever it is,
Yeah.
Wendy's, everything like that. I mean, I know how that goes. It's like many years ago, it's like you didn't become a star by having a number one hit. You build hit after hit after hit, number one. I mean, back a long time ago, Bob Hope would make people laugh on a consistent basis. Bing Crosby crooned his way to number one. And of course, even further, Glenn Miller, like swooned and sway, number ones on a constant basis. Then you got Elvis, you got Chuck Berry, then you got, of course, the Beatles, the Stones, and all the groups. And in fact, I gotta say this is like, if you ask me who was the number one artist, maybe like last week or last month, I can't even tell you. It's like, they haven't built it. And someone said, just because you're number one, you have a number one hit, doesn't mean that you're an instant star or Hall of Fame. And you're right. You have to keep building and building on that stuff. You got to keep building.
Yeah, it's as simple as that. It should be a journey, but right now everybody wants to get to the destination without the journey. And I think that that shows that comes across in all entertainment that we have nowadays. It's kind of sad, by the way. I'm thinking in terms of Netflix, that it used to be where you want to see a movie, you paid for your movie ticket and you went into the theater and you caught a movie. Nowadays, it's just magic. Just stream everything, and I think it's weird. I don't think like the youth of today, they don't really have an understanding of what all goes into making a film or an album,
or
how much money,
or a show,
song,
or anything.
Right.
Yes, I think it's all just get behind this, buy yourself some equipment, learn a few notes, and YouTube videos, learn how to do this, and they think they got it, but it takes a lot more preparation. I mean, songwriting takes like God knows how long. I mean, you got have like stacks of songs in order to consider for a few albums, and that's how most are successful. They write hundreds and hundreds of songs, and they just pick each one, go to an album, and if they're pressed for time, they can just like throw on the rest compilation, and boom, there you go.
That's right. And it's kind of it's weird because songwriting is just the very basic, the very first stage of it, when you've got maybe 10 tracks that you want to record. And then you got to record those tracks, and you got to produce them, you got to arrange them. You gotta just all the edits. One song might have 70 vocal tracks, and then you edit that down to one track. And the amount of work that goes into all of that. I don't, not that people have to know everything, because then that's part of the magic that you do not know. But every once in a while, I feel that it'd be good that people had some sort of an understanding, because they'd learn to appreciate a professional product a little bit more than sometimes it feels that they do. And so it's, look at my sons watching Netflix, and they start a movie and they're like, it was just a little bit like that. And I'm like, that, I'm looking at them watching a very professional, sort of wonderfully edited, incredible series or movie, and then just kind of like, it's okay.
Right. Yeah.
It's kind of like me going in a courtroom and not understanding anything about the law. I would start, sort of judging the attorney's arguments and what's happening there. And that's sort of a little bit, I think that it'd be nice if we could bring some of that back, that people would actually understand a little bit about what all goes into these things.
And of course, I think that should be a good lesson as well too. Maybe on our next album, how to build things and whatever else. And of course, you talk about Doormat as well too. Let's go ahead and play the song Doormat from Tommitikka. Here's Doormat from Tommitikka on the Mike Wagner Show.
I can see for miles, I know what to do when I'm not around. There's magic in my eyes, I ain't no fool, I ain't no clown. I heard from a friend who heard from a friend, you sleep around. There's just one thing left to do before I skip town. Before I skip town, I will bring you down. I'm gonna leave you flat. I will break your heart and make you my doormat. I used to think you're the one, someone to hold, someone to love. Now I know it's a lie, you weren't sent from up above. I heard from a priest, a medicine man, that you from below. Where you were born, the red-eyed demon took over your soul, took over your soul. I will bring you down. I'm gonna leave you flat. I will break your heart and make you my I heard from a priest, a medicine man, that you from below. I will bring you down. I'm gonna leave you flat. I will break your heart and make you my
Great song, Doormat. Tommitikka here on the Mike Wagner Show. And before we play Hearts on Fire and more from Tommitikka, you listen to the Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com, powered by SonicWeb Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Also brought to you by official sponsor of the Mike Wagner Show, international warring author Mia Molson's of Missing, available on Amazon and paperback. And also, the Mike Wagner Show is brought to you by Picture This Photo Books. Remembering is the key ingredient. Call Karen Shaw at 646-798-0809 or visit picturethisphotoBooks.com. We'll be back with Tomtikka and his latest hit, Hearts on Fire, from This Is My Happy Face, after this time out. This edition of the Mike Wagner Show is brought to you by Picture This Photo Books, where remembering is the key ingredient. How beautiful your mother looked at her wedding, and even more so at yours. And who doesn't miss Grandma's meatballs? The holidays are coming. What better time to give a gift of remembrance that makes you laugh and cry all at the same time? Whatever gift of Grandma's recipes, or just because, those smiles and tears will melt your heart. Call Karen Shaw at 646-798-0809 or visit picturethisphotoBooks.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show and get 10% off your first order. Picture This Photo Books, bringing your memories back to life. They're whimsical, casual, or formal, and always uniquely you.
Hey everybody, my name is Forbes Riley, and I'm an American actress and a TV host. And I was delighted when I got my copy of Missing, which is Extraordinary Relation of Ordinary People, based on a real life relationship. It's well written. It's amazing. You know, it talks about a man who has lost his wife and his daughter, and it's very well done. I'm going to highly recommend that you go get your copy of Missing. It is a powerful, exciting read. Mr. Mian Moshe Zia. He is the author of Missing. And I want to give a big shout out and a kiss all the way halfway around the world to my dear friend. Check him out at Mia's website. It's called www.miamoshenzea.com. Missing, available on Amazon. Again, I'm Forbes Riley, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.
The Mike Wagner Show is powered by Sonic Web Studios. If you're looking to start or upgrade your online presence, visit www.sonicwebstudios.com for all of your online needs. Call 1-800-303-3960 or visit us online at www.sonicwebstudios.com to get started today. Mention the Mike Wagner Show and get 20% off your project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level.
Hey, this is Ray Powers. And if there's one thing you can count on in these unpredictable times, it's that you're in good hands getting some great radio, courtesy of The Mike Wagner Show.
We're back with the amazing singer-songwriter from Finland, Tommitikka, here on the Mike Wagner Show, celebrating 20 years of music, and talked about what goes into it. We talked about the title track and the album, This Is My Happy Face, and also Doormat. And right now, we'll talk about Hearts on Fire. That's your big hit as well, too. And tell us more about that song and what's it about and what inspired you to write it.
I had lunch with an old friend about a year ago, and I hadn't seen each other for a long time. We sat down. And obviously, it was just a matter of time before we started gossiping about old friends that weren't present. And he was in touch with some of the gang. I was in touch with that part of the gang that he wasn't in touch with, and so we kind of brought each other up to speed in terms of what was happening in all these people's lives that we went to high school with. And and that's really what the song is about, because you got some of my old friends mentioned there. Somebody's lost their hair, and somebody married money, and somebody's in jail. They're actually all of those are my real friends' names, but the some of the things, like I don't have any friends in jail at the moment, but I know a few people that are
good.
in jail.
It's best you keep it that way.
But right. But trying to stay out of trouble here, Mike. But
you also.
But it was such a good line that I thought that I'll leave that in. Nevertheless, I know a few people, they're acquaintances that kind of hung out with the wrong crowd, and then don't want to get into that now, but it's like meeting up 20 years down the road, and realizing that some of the guys have lost their hair, some have gotten fat, some are thin, right? And none of us really look the same anymore as we did in our prime, and that's really what the song is about. It's about the fact that, he mentioned that I'm still doing exactly what I was doing way back when, which I had overlooked, because, I'm not the same person really, and a thing or two can happen to you in the course of, quarter of 100 years, I just, so, but, he pointed out that you're still making records, you're still cutting records, you still got the old leather jacket on and stuff, and I said, maybe it's true that I just kind of followed the dream, did what I wanted to do, and focused on that, as opposed to becoming a lawyer like my dad wanted me to become. He wanted me to be a lawyer. There's nothing wrong with that, and I did obviously then study at the university and become a linguist, but that's a different story. It was a bit later on, but yeah, it was about that lunch, and about the fact of this feeling that you get when you sit with someone that you haven't seen for a while, a person you went to high school with, and you chat about life, everything that's going on, the divorces, the kids, everything that's happened to you. And you kind of shake your head and you realize that, hey, we've become our parents. We said that we'll never be like our parents, but we're exactly like her. That's what happens, when you're 18 or 19, it's like, I'm nothing like my dad. And then 20 years down the road, you discover that I'm exactly like my dad. And what's more, you love it. It's weird. I mean, it brings me great comfort, just realizing that, in some ways we'll all of us will, continue living through our children. We are survived by our children. It's true.
And that's very important as well too. And of course we'll go ahead and play Hearts on Fire as well too from Tommitikka. And here's the latest Hearts on Fire from Tommitikka on the Mike Wagner Show.
Hearts on fire. Do you remember when we all sat down and we swore we won't get old? Stephen married money and Tim lost his hair. Jake's heart has turned cold, and I've been bought and sold. Yeah, my heart's on fire, and my blood boils hot. I am all desire. I will never stop. I'll shout it from rooftops. I'm Did I mention Ken hates his wife, but just in secrecy? Bob got fired and Art's in jail. Matt's in therapy. It all sounds just like me. Yeah, my heart's on fire, and my blood boils hot. I am all desire. I will never stop. I'll shout it from rooftops. I'm alive. My life has gone, it seems, far from the street of dreams. Yet I'm hanging Do you remember when we all sat down and we swore we won't get old? Stephen married money and Tim lost his hair. Yeah, my heart's on fire, and my blood boils hot. I am all desire. I will never stop. Yeah, my heart's on fire, and my blood boils hot. I am all desire. I will never stop. I'll shout it from rooftops. I'm Remember when we all sat down?
That was Hearts on Fire from Tommitikka here on the Mike Wagner Show. Great song. And where can we find all your music at, including This Is My Happy Face and all your releases?
They're all in all the streaming platforms. And in terms of my comings and goings, I think the best place to go is www.tomtikka.com.
And that's amazing as well, too. Once again, Tommitikka back with us on the Mike Wagner Show with an update and his new release. This is My Happy Face. Tommy, a very big thank you for your time. You've been absolutely amazing. Looking forward to having you again soon. Make sure you keep us up to date, and hopefully we'll get together around Christmas time, or maybe a little transatlantic with some coffee, eggnog, or whatsoever. And
That's a plan, man. Yeah, thanks for having me on the show.
There you go. And once again, by the way, I forgot to ask you, what else can we expect from you in 2021 and beyond?
In 2021, it'll be about This Is My Happy Face. I'll be promoting it for the rest of the year, and then beyond next year, the Impersonators are going to be back with a new album. The tracks have been selected. There's going to be 10 tracks, and they're actually mostly recorded already, Now we're going into the big studio, and so we're going to start the production process where we add and, spruce up things and so forth. That's going to be, I'm looking forward to that album. It'll be called Rainbows and Dead Flowers.
Oh, I'm so looking forward to it. Once again, Tommitikka with This Is My Happy Face on the Mike Wagner Show. Tommy, a very big thank you for your time as always. Looking forward to having you again soon. Do us a favor, keeps us up to date. Love you back in 2021 and beyond. It's always great to hear from you, and don't forget to keep in touch. And as always, you're always terrific. You're welcome back anytime.
Cheers, man.
Picture this photo books, where remembering is the key ingredient. Preserving memories, keeping the memories of your loved ones alive as they reach in and touch your heart. How beautiful your mother looked at her wedding, and even more so at yours. The holidays are coming. What better time to give a gift of remembrance that makes you laugh and cry all at the same time? Whether it's a gift of past holidays, grandma's recipes, long ago moments, or just because. Those smiles and tears will melt your heart. Call Karen Shaw at 646-798-0809. Once again, that's 646-798-0809. Or visit picturethisphotoBooks.com.
Hey everybody, my name is Forbes Riley, and I'm an American actress and a TV host. And I was delighted when I got my copy of Missing, which is Extraordinary Relation of Ordinary People based on a real life relationship. It's well written. It's amazing. It talks about a man who has lost his wife and his daughter, and it's very well done. I'm going to highly recommend that you go get your copy of Missing. It is a powerful, exciting read. Mr. Mian Moshe Zia. He is the author of Missing. And I want to give a big shout out and a kiss all the way halfway around the world to my dear friend. Check him out at Mia's website. It's called www.miamotionzea.com. Missing, available on Amazon. Again, I'm Forbes Riley, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.
The Mike Wagner Show is powered by Sonic Web Studios. If you're looking to start or upgrade your online presence, visit www.sonicwebstudios.com for all of your online needs. Sonic Web Studios specializes in custom web design, app development, social networking, search engine optimization, domain registration, email marketing, online stores, and more. Since our birth, we have been designing and developing immaculate websites and providing web solutions which are a cut above the rest. As a leading web designing enterprise, we have a team of extremely talented web designers who are well-focused and have the experience of working on multiple web developing platforms such as PHP, Magento, Custom WordPress, and more. Sonic Web Studios has been helping businesses of all kinds, whether big, small, established, or startup, impress their audiences with exemplary web solutions. We don't just create beautiful and functional websites. We give you a complete online solution with the main goal of enhancing your yearly revenues. We aim to give your business the online exposure and brand acknowledgement that will help you in achieving increased conversions leading to profitable sales. Call 1-800-303-3960 or visit us online at www.sonicwebstudios.com to get started today. Mention the Mike Wagner Show and get 20% off your project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level.
Thanks for listening to the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartradio, iTunes, YouTube, Anchor FM, Radio Public, and themikewagnershow.com. Please support our program with your donations at themikewagnershow.com. Join us again next time for another great episode of The Mike Wagner Show.